the opportunity to speak.
Trump-endorsed candidate Dan Cox is confident his message will resonate with voters and carry him to victory in the Republican primary for governor.
My campaign is to restore freedom to the free state. What's so wrong about that? Nothing. Everyone across every party line wants to have their liberty back, and I'm the only one offering that.
Cox contends Governor Hogan, whom he sued and wanted to impeach, robbed people of their liberty during the early days of the COVID pandemic. He cites the governor's stay-at-home order and mask requirements. Cox rails against vaccination cards, which he calls vaccination passports. He deplores private businesses and government offices who require proof of inoculation.
We have a path to victory. Because the people of Maryland do not want mandates, we're going to have a flood of people voting for the freedom ticket, Dan Cox and Jordana Fishinelli.
Cox opposes the Kirwan Education Blueprint, calling it a huge debacle of money. He is a school choice advocate. He wants to expand Boost and charter schools. He pledges to give parents more say in their child's education and vows to change the public school curriculum. Cox did not respond to our request for an interview, but he did agree to a Zoom appearance on 11 TV Hill.
Indoctrinate our kids pre-K up on gender identity politics. Politics has no place in the classroom. We need to get back to reading, writing, and arithmetic. STEM technologies need to be taught and need to be heralded as the path of the future.
As governor, Cox says he will focus on increasing gas and oil supplies rather than push green energy policies that support electric vehicles. He will immediately suspend the gas tax, which the governor alone doesn't have the authority to do. He will then force the legislature to come into session and repeal the law that ties automatic gas tax increases to the rate of inflation.
We need to get back to an understanding of lowering taxes and stopping the outrageous spending, which is just causing this inflation nightmare at the pump.
Cox is calling for the mayor and the city state's attorney to step aside. He's calling for an outside entity to run the city.
We need to take an immediate receivership to end the violence, to make sure that the streets have this safety brought back.
Cox, who as governor does not have the authority to do this, would bring back a policy of prosecuting all crimes no matter how petty. He applauds the Supreme Court ruling, making it easier for legal gun owners to carry concealed weapons. He would work further to ease restrictions on firearms.
We need to empower citizenry to have the access to their own defense so that they can make sure that they're safe.
Cox, a freshman delegate from Frederick County, hopes fellow Republicans are fans of former President Trump and want his brand of politics in Maryland.
It's an honor to have President Trump's endorsement, and we're going to win.
For Commitment 2022, I'm David Collins.
And you can find a complete list of those early voting sites in our Maryland Voters Guide on our website and our mobile app. Just tap Politics on the app to get the information sent directly to your phone.